Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Capril, and today I want to talk to you about mortgage interest rates. Not that long ago, I refinanced my house, and I was very excited because I got a 15-year for 3.25. Now I'm seeing them as low as 2, so I'm contemplating, do I want to do this again? All right, should you refinance? Well, listen, if the current interest rate, and listen, it changes daily, but if you can save yourself a point and a half, certainly 2 points, you should consider it. Money is the ultimate commodity. Everyone's money, it's the same. It's not like, well, this is high quality money, this is low quality money. No, it's all the same. So if you're borrowing it, you want to borrow at the lowest interest possible. Now keep in mind, if you've never refinanced before, a couple things. Number one, you don't refinance for free. Trust me, even if they say there's no closing cost, there are loan origination fees. There is going to be a markup. Might be $3,000. It'll probably be a percentage of the amount of money that you borrow. My guess, around 1%, maybe 0.75%. Don't let that dissuade you if the savings and interest are greater over the course of a year or two. Heck, as long as you recoup back the money eventually, one would argue it always makes sense to refinance whenever you can. So it's worth examining, but also keep this in mind. Often when people refinance and they see a reduction in their payments, it's not really because they're paying much less in interest, a little bit. It's really because they have now extended out another 30 years or another 15 years. So be mindful of that. If you want to get your house paid off by a certain date, you can refinance and still pay it off by that date. Most banks nowadays will give you a mortgage for any time period you want. So if you say, you know what, at the rate I was going to be paid off in 7 years. Can I have a 7-year mortgage? And they will say yes. And they may even give you a lower rate than what they're publicizing at 15. Now, if they tell you they can't, fine. You can pay that mortgage off over 7 years. You don't have to just pay the minimum. So take a look at it. You should always know what your rate is. You should know your rate like your Social Security number if you have a mortgage. And if the current rates are at least a point below, you should give it some thought. If you have any questions, you want to talk to us about the numbers and all that, happy to do it. Ultimately, this is something you're going to want to discuss with your lender. But remember, money is the ultimate commodity, and any chance you can get it for less, you owe it to yourself to do it. Oh, one last thing. Because of the changes in the tax law, I was just noticing that if not for charitable giving, the interest that I pay now on this house is so low that in and of itself won't allow me to deduct, have itemized deductions on my taxes. Now, charitable giving will get me over that magical number, but you want to understand that too. That's okay. You may pay a little bit more in tax if you're not itemizing anymore, but you probably save a lot more in interest. So take that into consideration. Again, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. We'll be happy to help you. Take care.